Then Ben and friends procured a horn. Back to the woods an elf was born. A ghostly duo felt the pinch, and Ben reached level 2, a cinch. But then, oh dear, in Merlin's trial, the team fell short, yes, by a mile. So vital magic they did lack, and Ben became a tasty snack. Now Nick and chums are trying their luck. They may be young, but they've got pluck. They're thinking hard now, well they might. They're matching wits with Kimberlite.
Listen, puny one. Though they thought her barren, Rachel gave Jacob 2 miracle sons. Joseph was one. Who was the other?
What? How are we meant to know that? Is it a Bible story?
Yes, it's the Joseph story. You know, like the musical.
Can we work it out from that? Who's the most prominent brother? There's Reuben.
Benjamin was prominent too, and he was younger, like Joseph.
So do you think it might be him?
An answer, young human.
Hang on, I've just remembered that rubbish animated film with Ben Affleck in it. They explained about Rachel being barren and everything, and she had Benjamin after... Nick, say Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Truth accepted. Cain disposed of one brother. Then along came another. What called Adam and Eve their 3rd son?
Oh, come on.
Have you seen any films about that one, Holly?
I'm afraid not. Any ideas, Nick?
I only know Cain and Abel.
I think Abel was the one Cain killed, though.
Well, we haven't got anything else.
No, I guess not. Okay, Nick, say Abel.
Abel.
Falsehood. Seth was the truth I sought.
These are impossible.
After Noah built his ark, for how many days and nights did it rain?
Oh, that's easy. 40.
I agree. Holly?
Yes, Nick, say 40.
40.
Truth accepted. 2 is the score. You have escaped my jaws and earned some knowledge. Your quest is for the crown, but you may not rule. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but they may also bring you favour. I sleep now.
Okay, Nick, she's gone. What's on the table again?
A green gem, a red gem, and a bag of silver. I think I should take both the gemstones because of the clue she gave us.
But she said they'd break our bones, didn't she?
That's just the saying, though.
Right. It was the bit about bringing favour that mattered. I suppose silver's kind of like a stone, but it makes more sense to take the 2 gems.
What about the sticks part?
That doesn't matter. There's no sticks here. What shall I do, Holly?
I agree with you and Melissa, Nick. Take both the gems.
Okay, I've got them.
Great. Now, walk around the table. Okay, stop there. Walk forwards a bit. Turn right. And walk forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a rocky area with a waterfall and a couple of caves in the walls. There's a woman in front of you and she's stretching her leg up to her head.
Really?
Oi, you! Face it! Nobody asked you here, nobody wants you here, and nobody likes you, so push on!
Oh, bad luck, team. You're gonna have to deal with that horrible cavern elf Elita.
Yes, and it seems she's in a particularly foul mood today.
Should I say anything to her?
Suppose you'd better. Just say hello or something.
Hi.
I said push off, face-ache! You needn't think I'm helping you. I have had it with Dungeoneers. Sanctimonious little brats wandering around here looking for stupid junk.
Ask her if there's anything you can do for her if she helps you.
Maybe there's something I can do for you if you help me.
What can you possibly do for me? You've got no magic, and you're probably carrying a load of old rubbish. Well, let's see what you've got. Oh, gemstones, is it? Well, as it happens, I wouldn't mind having a green gem, but why should you want to give it to me? You'd probably give it to that pathetic simpering lapdog of Treguard's. I know you're watching, you tall freak.
Oh, freak yourself, rude little cow. Mind you, I'd certainly like a green stone master. They're often lying around, and I never seem to get any. I'm not going to ask Nick to give up his, mind you, but maybe the next time there's one going spare.
Oh, do be quiet, Pickle.
Nick, Tell Elita you'll give her the green stone if she helps you.
Maybe she could give you something to help Sidriss.
Okay. I'll give you the green stone in exchange for some help.
Will you really?
Of course.
Well, alright, I'll take it. Just to do you a favour, you understand. What's your name?
Nick.
Is it really? I don't know, you humans and your silly names. I might not bother to ask in future. Well, my name is none of your business, so don't ask. Now, Nick, what sort of help do you want?
I need something to help Sidriss. She's been frozen.
Oh, you're kidding me. Not again. I am so sick of hearing about that silly sorceress getting into trouble. Well, I'm sorry, but you'll need magic for that, and since that Velda walked off with my last green stone, I don't really feel up to giving you any. But I'll tell you what I can do. I can give you the password for this level. What do you reckon?
Say yes, Nick.
Yes, it's a deal.
Right, hand it over then.
Say you want the password first.
No, don't. We've only just got her out of her bad mood.
But how do we know we can trust her?
I've already given her the stone, Nate.
Are your stupid friends listening? The password is incantation. Have you got that?
Say yes.
Yes, thank you.
All right, don't grovel. Now let's get out of here. I was just on my way to see someone, actually, and odds are you'll want to see him too. Come along, Faceache.
Go with her, Nick. She's taking you into the cave on the left.
Where am I?
You're on a ledge with a big pit on the right, and there's a dragon's head sticking up out of it.
This is Smirkenorff, team. It seems he and Elita are still in touch after all these years. How nice.
I'll never understand what he sees in her.
Hello, Smirky. I'm glad you're awake. I brought you something to eat.
A dungeoneer? I don't know, Elita. I wouldn't feel right about it.
Not the dungeoneer, stupid. He's carrying a firestone.
Oh, I see. What's his name?
Nick. Pretty stupid name, isn't it?
Indeed. Such cruel parents these humans have. And what does Nick want in exchange for his firestone?
Come on, Faceache, speak up. Why should I do all your negotiating for you?
Oh, sorry. I need some magic to unfree Sidriss. That's right, isn't it, Holly?
Yes.
And say please.
Please?
Sidriss is in trouble again, is she? You do surprise me. Very well, young Nick. I can give you a small spell called Defrost. I don't really want it anyway, because I don't have any trouble defrosting things. My method wouldn't be very safe for defrosting people, mind you, but I don't especially care.
Okay, Nick, say you'll swap the firestone for the spell.
Can we trust him, though?
Yes, Nathan. I'll take the spell in exchange for my firestone, please.
Splendid. Just leave it on the ground, if you will. Thank you. And I gift you Defrost. Now, is everything nice and clear?
Say yes, Nick.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, good. You're not the stupidest human I've ever dealt with, but I don't believe you can be trusted to get to the door without stumbling into my pit, and I really can't be bothered with that. Perhaps you had better help him, Elita.
All right, Faceache, come with me. No, don't go veering off that way, you'll fall in.
Well, really, Master, if you ask me, I think Elita's a bad influence on Smirkenorff. When the two of them get together, he's almost as rude as she is.
Pickle, must I really remind you that one should never speak ill of a dragon?
Walk forwards, Nick.
Where am I?
You're in a room that's all green, with one door in the corner, and Sidriss is standing in front of you. And she's frozen, obviously.
There's a banana by my feet here.
Okay then, pick it up. Now, spellcasting DEFROST.
And you can take your stupid jokes with you! Oh! Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I was just having a bit of an argument with someone, and you caught the tail end of it, I think. I'm feeling a bit odd, to be honest with you. Maybe that isn't what was happening at all.
You'd better try and explain what happened to her, Nick.
Okay, well, you were frozen.
Frozen? Was I really? I can't imagine why. I thought that sort of thing had stopped happening since Daddy defeated Lord Fear.
Madame did it, to stop you helping dungeoneers.
Oh dear. And if she'd got to me before you did, she could have used me against my father as well. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps I'm doing more harm than good in the dungeon. Well, never mind that now. I owe you a debt of thanks. What's your name?
Nick.
Hello, Nick. I'm Sidriss.
Hi, Sidriss.
Hello. Now, I suppose I ought to give you something in exchange for your help. I mean, I want to help you, of course. Only I'm not sure how. Is there anything you need that I might be able to give you?
Guys?
I don't think there's anything in particular, Nick.
Just ask her if she can help you to get to level 2.
Can you help me get to level 2, please?
Well, I don't know. Why don't I come along with you? Some of my magic might come in handy. I'm a trainee sorceress, you know. I suppose I've been a trainee for an awfully long time now, but anyway, it couldn't hurt.
It certainly could hurt, team. I don't know who's a worse escort, Sidriss or Elita.
Pickle, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Well, come along then, Nick. It's this way.
Go with her, Nick.
We're not having to do much guiding, are we?
No, he keeps picking up girls.
Where am I?
You're in a long corridor with 4 doors, 2 on each side.
Oh dear, Nick, look where we are. This is the great corridor of the catacombs, and it's normally guarded, so we'd better get out of here before something turns up and starts doing horrible things to us.
No need for me to explain then.
Oh! Miremen! What are they doing up here on level 1?
Nick, the Miremen are coming out of all the exits.
What can we do? We haven't got anything.
Oh dear. Let me think. Spellcasting. A-V-A-U-N-T.
The Miremen have vanished now, Nick.
Phew! Thank goodness they were slower than I am. I still can't work out what they were doing here, though.
I think Maldemay said she was sending some Miremen to collect you.
Oh, how horrid!
Well remembered, Nick.
Oh! And now the wolf's coming to squash us to jelly! Come on, Nick, this way!
Where am I?
You're in a blue room and there's a well in front of you, but there's a night guard in it.
Halt! Intruder! No one gets past Gumboil the Horrid without the password.
Oh dear, Nick, I hope you've got the password.
The password now, or you perish.
Nick? Incantation.
Incantation.
Password accepted. On your way then.
Oh, well done.
Move along, please. We haven't got all day.
Walk forwards a bit, Nick. Can you see the well?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay, just climb into it then.
Goodbye, Nick, and good luck!
Where am I?
You're on a revolving disc in outer space, and we can see 5 doors with symbols above them. There's something on the floor just by you, so sort of bend down.
This is the Spin Dizzy team. That's right, Master, isn't it?
Yes, Pickle. Well remembered.
I can't see anything on the floor, Nate.
What on earth has Nathan made you do, Nick? You need to turn round and... That's right.
Okay, Melissa, I've got it. It's a pie. Oh, I felt all dizzy when I stood up then.
Yes, the Spin Dizzy is not inaptly named.
Now poor Nick is going to have to jump off onto one of those strips of pathway. If you ask me, Master, it's most unfair. Surely that's much more difficult, and not to mention uncomfortable, than walking onto a pathway in the place of choice.
Pickle, I don't want to hear you going on about the place of choice every time we see the Spin Dizzy.
Guys?
Sorry, Nick. We need to pick a door. The symbols are a bomb, a mace, a helmet, shortcut, and a skull.
Well, let's rule out the skull and the bomb anyway.
Yes, and the shortcut.
Maybe we should take the shortcut, though. It might take us straight to level 3 or something.
Undoubtedly it would cut out part of your quest, team, and who knows what you might gain. But then again, who knows what you might lose.
I think we should take it. The other symbols don't even mean anything.
We're not risking the shortcut, Nathan.
So that leaves the mace and the helmet.
Come on, guys, I'll be sick in a minute.
Sorry, Nick. I think the helmet, like, defense over attack.
Yeah, me too. Nick?
Fine, whatever. Just get me off this thing.
Okay, Nick, walk forwards until you get to the edge of the disc. Good, and now straighten yourself out.
And get ready to jump.
When I say, Nick, okay?
Okay.
Get ready. Now.
Where am I?
You're in a big blue room with arches on the right-hand wall and a door on the left. There's some stairs in front of you, so walk... No, wait, sidestep right first. Can you see a banister?
Yes, got it.
Okay then, come down the stairs and walk forwards.
You should see the table in a moment.
Yes, I can see it.
Walk over to it then and tell us what's on there.
Okay, there's a key, a sand timer, a bunch of flowers and a scroll. Shall I read the scroll first?
Yes, please.
It says, unlock doors with sweet smells.
That must mean to take the key and the flowers.
I don't know, Nathan. We definitely want the flowers, but if they're what's going to help us unlock doors, then maybe we don't need the key.
You might be right, Melissa. What do you think, Nick? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It's level 2, so maybe it's not that cryptic.
I bet it's not. I vote we take the key.
I vote the timer.
I abstain. I mean, they both could be useful. Pick up whichever one you fancy, Nick.
Alright, but don't have a go at me if it turns out to be wrong.
As if we would.
Okay, I'm taking the key. I think we should take a level 2 scroll at face value, and it's a bit less awkward to carry than the timer.
Two unrelated but equally good reasons, Nick. Onwards now.
Okay, Nick, turn round. Good, and walk forwards.
Stop. Turn 90 degrees left. And walk forwards.
Sidestep right a bit. And keep going forwards.
Where am I?
You're in like a pub or something, and it's all full of people eating and drinking. And there's a jester walking around between the tables.
So, he runs down the street shouting, I'm free, I'm free. And then a child who's passing stops and says, so what, I'm 4. Yeah, alright, I get the picture. You lot would be laughing yourself silly at that joke if you could count. God dear. Or you, helmet head. If you're staying, you better have a seat. Come on, I'll give you a hand.
Just go with him, Nick, and sit down.
Right then, let's introduce ourselves. My name's Motley. What's yours?
Nick.
Nice to meet you. I'll let you have a bit of food, Nick, because it's going stale anyway. But don't tell the landlord, alright?
Alright, thanks.
What is it, Nick?
Bread.
I bet I know what else you want and all. Well, I'd like to help you, Nick. Really, I would. God knows, I'd be happy to help anyone who's not come here looking for martyr services. But the thing is, I can't go giving you free food and free information. So I hope you got something to pay me with. And I'm not taking jokes anymore, alright? Some of the rubbish you dungeoneers come out with.
Guys, what should I do? He won't want any of this stuff, will he?
I'll be the judge of that, Nick. What have you got there? Flowers and a key, is it? I don't know if I'm interested. But, maybe you could give me a bit of advice. Man to man, if you catch my drift. And it would be good to have a female perspective too, if there's one going.
Actually, there's 2.
Tell him we're all ears, Nick.
Happy to help.
They're all ears.
Right, well, do you know someone called Sidriss?
Yes, I met her on level 1.
Did you now? Well then, you and I have a mutual friend. Sort of. Only, the last time I saw her, we had a blazing row and I stormed off. I can't even remember what it was about now. And it's not the first time it's happened either. We always make up in the end, but I'd rather we didn't row in the first place, to be honest with you.
Offer him the flowers for Sidriss, Nick.
And tell him to say sorry when he gives them to her.
Would you like these flowers? You could give them to Sidriss and say you're sorry.
Well, that sounds like a good start anyway. But can you give me any advice for, you know, the long term?
Tell him to talk about his feelings instead of getting angry.
Yeah, girls love it when boys talk about their feelings.
The girls are saying to talk to Sidriss about your feelings.
Talk about my feelings, eh? Well, I did ask for a female perspective, I suppose. Alright, Nick, I'll tell you what. I'll think about your friend's advice, and I'll do you a swap for your flowers.
Ask him what he's got.
What have you got to swap?
It's something you need, Nick, I promise you. What do you say?
Say yes, Nick.
Alright, yes.
Right, I'll take those. Thank you very much. And this is for you. Have a good look at it before you go, because you'll need to think about it soon enough. Right, I better be off before these things start dying on me. Bye.
Bye.
What did he give you, Nick?
A playing card. It's a weird one. It's a king and it's got a different suit in each corner, and names by the symbols. Spades is George, Hearts is James, Clubs is Henry, and Diamonds is Stephen.
Oh god, that sounds complicated.
I wouldn't start panicking yet, Nathan. You can cross that bridge when you come to it.
But Nick will never get there sitting around in the crazed heifer team.
Stand up, Nick, and go around the stool. Take a side step right, and walk forwards. I think you're coming to some stairs.
Yes, here they are.
Okay, great. Go down them.
Where am I?
You're in a white room with 2 massive playing cards on the back wall, and 1 on each of the side walls. They're the 4 kings, so I think we'll need the card Motley just gave you. It looks like there might be doors behind the cards, because in the middle of them there's a door marked way out. There's also a wizard or something sitting at a table. I think it's Hordriss.
Indeed. Please, Nick, take a seat.
Walk forwards, Nick. Okay, stop and go to your left. Can you see a stool?
Yes.
Sit down on it, please.
Splendid. Now then, let me start by saying that I am not unaware of the great service you have done my daughter of late, and for this I thank you. I do not thank you, however, for giving that accursed jester the means to win her affections. But that is neither here nor there. Let us consider the doors behind me. I see that you have the key, so you may at least avoid the way out. But can you earn the knowledge to find the right path? Listen very carefully now. It is considered most perilous to take the path of a king who has belonged to only one dynasty, unless it was the Tudor or Stuart dynasty. It is extremely dangerous to take the path of a king whose number exceeds 5, unless that number also exceeds 8. There.
Oh, crikey. All right, Nick, stand up and let's think about this.
What the hell do we do now? I don't know which one we're supposed to take.
Nor do I at the moment.
What do you think, Nick?
Hang on, I'm just having a look at my card. Okay, so we definitely don't want Stephen, because he can't have been in more than one dynasty. There was only one Stephen, wasn't there?
Yes, definitely. I know there have been 2 Jameses, and I think they were in just one dynasty, but I'm not sure which one.
He said the Tudor dynasty was all right, didn't he? And we know there were 2 Henrys in that.
But there have been 8 Henrys altogether, though, and he said it was dangerous to go for one with more than 5.
Unless there have been at least 8, he said.
I thought he meant more than 8.
He can't have. That would be a stupid clue, because there haven't been more than 8 of any king.
I don't know. I'm still wondering about James.
Well, James definitely wasn't a Tudor.
Which one haven't we discussed? George. What about him, Holly?
There have been 6 Georges, which is definitely more than 5 and less than 8, so that rules him out. And we've ruled out Stephen as well, haven't we? So not George or Stephen.
You said James was in one dynasty, Holly, and that's dangerous, isn't it?
Nick, you and your friends must make a decision.
He's right, team. You must decide.
Indeed. Any decision is better than indecision.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we've got a safe name, Tudor, and maybe a safe number, 8, that both go with Henry. So I say we should go for him.
I agree.
Nick?
I think we'll have to, Holly.
Okay then. Which suit on your card is Henry?
Clubs.
Right, well, the King of Clubs is almost directly in front of you, actually, so just walk forward slowly. Okay? And stop. The card hasn't disappeared, so...
Hold up the key, Nick.
Okay.
I don't think that's the right key, team.
Oh, try holding up the card in your hand. Right, it worked, so just keep going forwards.
Where am I?
There's a bomb in front of you, so turn left and run.
Ooh, nasty. I'm sorry, team, but you chose the wrong path. What a pity that you didn't know King James I and II were both in the Stuart dynasty, and therefore safe. For the lack of that one piece of knowledge, I am afraid your quest has come to a sudden and very messy end, so... Spell casting. DISMISS. Farewell, Nick, Melissa, Holly, and Nathan. The path behind you leads back to Shakespeare country. Funnily enough, Pickle, the first King James was quite a fan of his.
Well, Master, that was a particularly difficult quest if you ask me. In fact, if you ask me, I think the dungeon will just picking on poor Nick because quite a few teams have reached level...
Pickle, the dungeon does as it pleases, and whatever you think about it is of absolutely no interest to anyone. Now, let us see what it has in store for our next challenger. Enter Stranger. Welcome, young lady. Your name, please.
Stacey Jones.
Call your advisors to us, Stacey.
Phoebe, Sarah, Zoe.
Welcome, girls. Who guides this dungeoneer?
Phoebe Hughes.
SARA LAI.
Zoe Slugworth.
And where do you all come from, Stacey?
We're from Bedford.
Splendid. Now, Pickle, the equipment, if you please.
Of course, Master.
Thank you. Stacey, here is the helmet of justice, which blinds you to the way ahead. Here the knapsack for food to feed your life force. 2 objects may you carry at any one time, and remember, the only way is onwards. There is no turning back. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Then face the dungeon door, and step boldly forward.
Where am I?
You're in a medium-sized grey room with 4 doors. That's pretty much it, so...
Maybe take her to the right door?
Yeah, I suppose. If nothing's gonna happen, walk forward, Stacey.
Like this?
Yeah, that's great. Keep going. Stop, sidestep right, and walk.
Wait a sec, Stacey. A lady's just coming through that door.
Hey, mind where you're going, will you?
Sorry.
You can't just go walking around not look... Oh, of course, you've got that helmet on, haven't you? Another dungeoneer, eh?
Yeah.
What's your name, then?
Stacey, what's your name?
I'm Stiletta, a warrior thief of the 3rd level, you know. But it's jolly hard to do my job with her nibs putting in all these tight security measures. It also doesn't help that my number 4 seems to have gone missing.
Your number 4?
My finest throwing knife. There I was, doing some looting in Linghorn, and, well, to cut a long story short, I had to scarf it pretty sharpish. I must have dropped my knife in the commotion. Jolly silly of me, wasn't it? I say, there could be a chance for a bargain here. It might well be a jolly good thing that we bumped into each other. I suppose you're going to Linghorn, aren't you?
Say you're going to level 3.
I'm going to level 3. Well, to level 2 first, obviously.
That's marvellous. Level 3 and Linghorn are one and the same, you know. Well, Linghorn's the first part of it, anyway.
Oh no, Master. We can't stop there. They've only just begun.
So they have. And now the rest of Stacey's quest will just have to wait until we begin again.